Clint Eastwood was born on May 31st, 1930, in San Francisco, California, during a time when the United States was still grappling with the hardships of the Great Depression. His early years were shaped by financial uncertainty, frequent relocations, and a family environment that emphasized resilience and hard work. His father worked in physically demanding jobs, including steelwork, while his mother held a steady role as a secretary. These influences instilled in him a grounded perspective on life and a deep respect for perseverance. Moving from town to town exposed him to different communities and ways of life, which later enriched his understanding of human nature. Despite these challenges, Eastwood found comfort in simple pleasures, such as music and the outdoors. He developed an early interest in piano and trumpet, hobbies that reflected a quieter, introspective side. These formative experiences would later contribute to the calm, composed persona he became known for on screen. Education and formative influences. Eastwood's academic journey was not particularly distinguished, but it played a crucial role in shaping his character. He attended several schools, including Oakland Technical High School, where he struggled with traditional academics but found success in physical activities. Athletics became a defining part of his youth, helping him build confidence and discipline. He took on various jobs during this time, including working as a lifeguard, which reflected his independence and willingness to work hard from an early age. Although he briefly attended Seattle University, formal education never became his primary focus. Instead, his real education came from life experiences, meeting different people, adapting to new environments, and learning to rely on himself. His love for music persisted, but it was his rugged, adventurous spirit that stood out most. These years quietly prepared him for the future, shaping the qualities that would later define his acting style: restraint, authenticity, and a strong sense of presence without the need for excessive expression. Entering the world of acting. Eastwood's entry into Hollywood was modest and far from glamorous. In 1955, he began his acting career with small roles, gradually learning the craft through experience rather than formal training. One of his earliest notable appearances came in the television series Rawhide, where he played a supporting role. Though it did not immediately make him a star, the show provided valuable exposure and allowed him to refine his screen presence. Eastwood's style was already distinct, quiet, controlled, and understated, qualities that set him apart in an era dominated by more theatrical performances. He wasn't the loudest or most expressive actor, but he had a natural ability to command attention. These early years were marked by persistence and patience as he worked steadily without major breakthroughs. However, the experience he gained during this period laid a solid foundation for what was to come, teaching him the importance of timing, subtlety, and the power of silence in storytelling. Breakthrough in European cinema. Eastwood's career took a dramatic turn when he collaborated with Italian director Sergio Leone on a series of films that would redefine the Western genre. The trilogy, A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, introduced audiences to the iconic Man with No Name. These films, often referred to as spaghetti westerns, offered a grittier, more realistic take on the traditional American Western. Eastwood's portrayal of a morally ambiguous gunslinger resonated deeply with audiences worldwide. His minimal dialogue and intense gaze became defining features of his performance. Complemented by Ennio Morricone's unforgettable musical scores, the trilogy achieved both critical and commercial success. This period marked Eastwood's transformation from a struggling actor into an international star, proving that a subtle, restrained approach could be just as powerful as more dramatic performances. Establishing a Western icon. Following the success of the Dollars trilogy, Eastwood quickly became synonymous with the Western genre. His characters were not traditional heroes, but complex individuals navigating a morally gray world. This shift appealed to audiences who were beginning to question simplistic notions of good and evil. Eastwood's ability to convey depth through silence made his performances particularly compelling. He brought a sense of realism to his roles, portraying characters who were flawed, pragmatic, and deeply human. His presence alone was often enough to carry a film, a testament to his unique screen charisma. During this time, he solidified his status as a leading man in Hollywood. More importantly, he helped redefine what a Western hero could be, moving away from idealized portrayals towards something more grounded and relatable. This evolution not only shaped his career, but also influenced the direction of the genre itself. paving the way for more nuanced storytelling in Western films. The rise of Dirty Harry. In 1971, Eastwood took on one of his most iconic roles as Inspector Harry Callahan in Dirty Harry. The character was tough, uncompromising, and driven by a strong sense of justice, even when it meant bending the rules. The film's famous line, "Do you feel lucky, punk?" became part of popular culture, symbolizing a new kind of action hero. Callahan was not just a law enforcement officer, he was a reflection of societal tensions and debates about crime and justice. Eastwood's performance brought depth to what could have been a one-dimensional role, making the character both intimidating and relatable. The success of the film led to several sequels, further cementing his status as a cultural icon. This role demonstrated his versatility, showing that he could move beyond Westerns and excel in modern, urban narratives while maintaining his signature intensity and authenticity. Exploring diverse roles. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Eastwood expanded his range by taking on a variety of roles across different genres. Films like The Gauntlet, Every Which Way But Loose, and Escape from Alcatraz showcased his ability to balance action, humor, and drama. These performances revealed a lighter side to his persona, proving that he was not confined to intense or stoic characters. He demonstrated a willingness to experiment and take risks, which helped keep his career dynamic and engaging. Audiences appreciated this versatility as it allowed them to see different facets of his talent. This period was crucial in preventing typecasting and establishing him as a well-rounded actor. It also hinted at his growing interest in storytelling beyond acting, setting the stage for his transition into directing and producing films that reflected his personal vision. Stepping behind the camera. Eastwood made his directorial debut with Play Misty for Me, a suspenseful story that highlighted his ability to craft tension and develop complex characters. The film was well received, proving that his talents extended beyond acting. As a director, he favored a minimalist approach, focusing on storytelling through visuals and subtle performances rather than heavy dialogue. He continued to build his reputation with films like The Outlaw, Josie Wales, which blended action with deeper philosophical themes. His directorial work reflected a clear vision and a strong understanding of narrative structure. Eastwood's transition into filmmaking was not just a career shift, but an evolution of his artistic identity. He began to explore themes of morality, justice, and redemption in greater depth, establishing himself as a filmmaker capable of creating meaningful, thought-provoking cinema. Redefining the Western genre. Eastwood reached a new level of acclaim with Unforgiven, a film that challenged traditional notions of heroism and violence. The movie was both a critical and commercial success, earning multiple Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. In Unforgiven, Eastwood presented a more reflective and somber view of the Western genre, focusing on the consequences of violence rather than glorifying it. The characters were deeply flawed, grappling with guilt, regret, and the passage of time. This nuanced approach resonated with audiences and critics alike, solidifying his reputation as a master storyteller. The film marked a turning point in his career, showcasing his ability to create work that was both entertaining and intellectually engaging. It also reinforced his influence on the evolution of cinema, particularly in how stories about morality and redemption are told. Continued success in the 2000s. In the 2000s, Eastwood continued to deliver powerful films that explored complex human emotions and ethical dilemmas. Works like Mystic River, $1 Million Baby, Flags of Our Fathers, and Gran Torino demonstrated his enduring creativity and relevance. $1 Million Baby, in particular, earned him additional Academy Awards, reaffirming his place among the greatest filmmakers of his time. These films delved into themes such as loss, redemption, and personal sacrifice, often leaving a lasting emotional impact on audiences. Eastwood's storytelling during this period was marked by maturity and depth, reflecting a lifetime of experience. He proved that age was not a limitation, but an asset, allowing him to create stories that were rich, thoughtful, and deeply human. Cultural impact and influence. Eastwood's influence extends far beyond his filmography. His approach to acting and directing has inspired countless filmmakers and actors around the world. Known for his minimalist style, he demonstrated that powerful storytelling does not require excessive dialogue or spectacle. Instead, he emphasized authenticity, character development, and emotional truth. His films often explore themes of morality, justice, and personal responsibility, encouraging audiences to think critically about the world around them. Eastwood's work has helped shape modern cinema, particularly in how complex characters and ethical dilemmas are portrayed. His legacy is not just about the roles he played or the films he directed, but about the impact he has had on the art of storytelling itself. He remains a symbol of artistic integrity and creative independence, influencing generations of storytellers who seek to balance entertainment with meaningful narrative, personal life, and enduring legacy. Beyond his professional achievements, Eastwood has led a life marked by diverse interests and public service. He served as the mayor of Carmel by the Sea, California, demonstrating his commitment to community engagement. His passion for music has remained a constant throughout his life, influencing his work in subtle ways. Eastwood's personal philosophy, centered on discipline, resilience, and simplicity, has guided both his career and his life choices. Even after decades in the industry, he continues to be a respected and influential figure. His journey from humble beginnings to international acclaim serves as an inspiring example of perseverance and dedication. Eastwood's legacy is one of versatility, creativity, and lasting impact. Through his work, he has not only entertained audiences, but also challenged them to reflect on deeper questions about humanity, making him one of the most significant figures in the history of cinema.